All right, I want to do a reading right now, basically to figure out how to negotiate the shifting sands. Everything is changing really quick. There's so many people I know that are moving or losing their houses or their jobs or whatever. Not to mention the people who live in war zones. So it's like, what do we do? How do we negotiate this when everything keeps changing and nothing seems to be stable whatsoever? All right, so let's just see what we get. The root card is the Temperance card, and the main card is the Reverse Devil. So these two are almost complete opposites. So the Temperance card is about understanding, looking at something from more than one perspective, and you kind of take each of these perspectives and blend them together, and you get a greater perspective that comes out of it. So it's really about patience, understanding, and wisdom. So that is at the root. And the main card is the Reverse Devil, and this is possession and obsession. And when this thing is reversed, it's really, really fucking strong. Now, it looks like the goal is wisdom. But what we're dealing with is this possession, right? I'm just going to put a card on either side of the devil to see what we got going on here. So there is pressure and the reversed Page of Cups. Damn. Well, so trying to see things from multiple perspectives in this case is very difficult. First, because there's all of this pressure put on us. Um, and it's pressure that to do things that we might not be ready to do. Okay, so that moves into the reverse devil, and that pressure becomes obsession. But even worse, it's like out of control obsession. And that continues on to the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups theoretically is kind of the healer. And the Page of Cups is really good at taking things moment by moment, and sort of seeing everything that is there because they're in the moment. But the Page of Cups reversed is incapable of that. Okay, so this doesn't look very good for our ability to negotiate the shifting sands. I'm going to put one more on this devil because maybe this is just saying this is how we have to do it. Oh, geez. And it's the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is showing destiny and karma. It's also showing kind of the larger galactic wheels. So a lot of the shit that is changing right now is completely out of our hands. There's nothing an individual person can do to affect the larger changes that are happening at all. This also shows the Wheel of Fortune might be showing something that could be advantageous. And this would be connections, maybe, of karma and destiny. So I guess I would kind of try to pay attention to maybe new people that you meet or opportunities that you're given if you kind of feel like there's something special about them. I think the Wheel of Fortune might be showing some of that too. But then we have the problem of the reverse devil. So it's like if you meet someone and it's like, boy, I really feel like there's something special about this. But then the reverse devil takes over and you can see no truth out of that. You know, it's just your warped perception of trying to possess or control or like whatever the fuck is going on there. So I guess here, maybe try to be open to karmic connections and being open to destiny in the things that you run into, but try not to fall into the trap of the reverse devil, keeping in mind that the root card is temperance and it's seeing things from multiple perspectives. All right. Well, let's just see what else wants to come out. I don't really know specifically what to ask since everyone's situation is going to be a little different, but the big changes are definitely hitting us all. So let's just see what else would be helpful to know in this situation. Okay. So the Nine of Wands is pretty much saying don't give up hope. The Nine of Wands is all about the hope that the future can be different than the past, and it's just saying don't give up. Let's just see if maybe there's a little fucking help for those of us that are trapped. And we get the Chariot. Okay, so the help, it's not coming generally, but the Chariot is really about having a specific focus. So in the shifting sands case, now let's say that you are losing your home. The Chariot would say to sort of pick a destination and just move toward that destination and don't give up. And maybe when we go back to the Wheel of Fortune, like that destination would be something like maybe the name of a city that just keeps popping up in conversation or something, you know, or some sort of thing like that. But here it's just like pick the specific destination. Don't let any of the other distractions like fuck with you. You know, it's like none of that matters. You're just moving forward toward this place, and not to give up. All right. I just want to see the Temperance card is what the world needs. It sorely needs this right now, and it's the farthest thing from the general population, you know. So I just want to see if there's something that can maybe help people not lose their fucking minds. And the reverse Knight of Cups would say maybe there isn't. The Knight of Cups is the spiritual seeker, and here the Knight of Cups is reversed. And I think what that's really showing is that the types of changes that are happening and the fucking media garbage that we're thrown all the time, it's kind of, I don't know if it's engineered this way, but it leads to us not being able to go outside of our comfort zone spiritually. It's like it's meant to be a spiritual trap. It's interesting that we have the Page and the Knight of Cups, both of these here reversed. And these are all spiritual and emotional, right? And it's like our spiritual and emotional bodies are being fucking crushed and confused. And, you know, it's like they're being put in tiny little boxes and they can't really handle that. So I guess I'm going to pull a card on, is there anything we can do to get our spiritual and emotional bodies out of the boxes that the world seems to want to put them in? And the Empress would say probably not. The Empress reversed, at least. Yeah, this is the creative openness, and again, it's upside down. This might not be a great time for the spiritual search because everything in the world is just trying to crush it. But I guess that's when we go back here to the Chariot. And you can advance and grow spiritually and emotionally, but you're going to have to make a very clear goal of doing that. And you're going to have to like not let any of the other shit distract you or sidetrack you. Well, I guess that's what we get here. Um, I would love to hear what anyone thinks about this. And if you do have a question that you would like me to look at, hit up the Patreon page, and it's Tarot by Fergus on Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, I will do your reading requests. That's what we have for now, and peace.